Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Abdani Imam Rashid. Without further, and today I'm gonna talk about international financial management. Without further ado, let's straight to the point. International financial management is financial management on the scale of international financial transaction. The principles of international financial management are the same as domestic financial management. The main scope of international financial management decision making includes investment decision, funding decision, and dividend policy. The types of transactions handled in international financial management include export, import, and foreign exchange market. Meanwhile, the scope of international financial management operation include foreign exchange market, foreign currency, direct investment analysis, management of multinational companies. As an international financial manager, the objective function is profit. Saving the goal depends on several controls. Difference in currency value, rising or falling currency value have a big impact on profit. The economic condition of the investor-owned country and the country where the investor will invest must be taken into account. Economic condition will influence the rise or fall in the value of the currency. Interest rates in each country are different. Investor can invest money in foreign bank where the interest is higher, and inflation is also influenced by each country. Every investment has something called risk. How to maximizing profit and minimize risk is the task. And next, risks that may arise. Fluctuation is an inconsistency or shock. For example, in the price of goods and so on, for everything that can be seen on a graph. When an international company carries out business in foreign country, a financial manager must consider fluctuating exchange rates. And this fluctuation gives rise to risks, namely the first transaction risk involving debt and receivable assets in foreign currency. Buyers or borrowers can accelerate or delay or even change payment terms so that these risks are resolved. One type of hedging preventing risks that can be done is preventing future risks, which is carried out in the foreign exchange market and involves a contract. Second, translation risk, which concern loss or profit obtained from the restatement conversion of the value of asset and liabilities and receivable and debts arising from investment abroad from one currency to another currency. However, behind it all there are a few advantages, namely the first, can take advantage of comparative advantage. Second, transfer of science and technology. Next, motivation in the forward market. The first, hedging is an international financial manager attempt to reduce risk and protect value. Risk can arise from having different preference for each economic agent. The economic agent of the international financial economy is the state. With different risk conditions, the manager can decide in the current condition whether to hedge or not hedge. Hedging, preference for high risk. B. Not hedging, preference for low risk if there are high risk condition. Hedging. How to hedge risk is a challenge for a manager. Risk can occur in money exchange rates and the gap between reality and expectation. Often companies forecast something different from the reality. The second, speculation is about getting as big a profit as possible. There are two types of market business, namely real market and money market. The real market is where we can profit from our own money. For example, depositing money into a bank. The exchange rate really influences profit because the money exchange rate fluctuates a lot. It's different every time and it's very risky. Because if we sell something or make a deposit abroad when the value of the country currency goes down, investor will lose. About exchange rate, it fluctuates for different positions that they will be subject to different conditions if the exchange rate remains stable. Next, hedging is carried out by two different markets. Speculation is carried out by one market at different times carrying transactions at the same time. For example, for speculation, an exporter exports goods abroad. If the payment is months in the future, then there will be a problem because the exchange rate in the next 2 months is different from current exchange rate. So how can you get maximum profit? There is the test of international financial manager that be done. Calculate the 2-month exchange rate. Forecast international financial management activities. International financial management include activities. The first, financial flows, namely capital inflows and loans. The second, real flow, namely the inflow of merchandise, raw material, semi-finished goods, and finished goods. The third, cultural flow, namely the influx of science, technology, and patterns of thought and behavior. The essence of international financial management is the export of capital, culture, and merchandise from developed capitalist developing countries. For developing countries, in NSB, the presence of MNC is a form of modern colonization brought about by the globalization process. Many scholars took the initiative of opposite. They say that globalization is human engineering MNCs to dominate the economy, social, politics, and culture, education of developing countries. Theory to international business. There are 3 theories related to international business, namely next, market theory is imperfect. 2. The second, theory of comparative advantage. 3. Product life cycle theory. The 3 theories overlap and complement each other in explaining international business. The first, market theory is imperfect. Countries have differences regarding the availability of resources to produce goods. However, with this comparative advantage, the volume of international business will be limited if all resources are moved between countries. If the market is perfect, the factors of production, except land, can be moved and transferred without cost. This unlimited movement of production factor will create a balance of cost and returns and eliminate the comparative cost advantage, which is the basis of international trade and investment. The second, comparative advantage theory. This theory states that a country will produce and then export goods that have the greatest comparative advantage and import goods that have a comparative advantage, a good that can be produced more cheaply, and import goods that would cost a large amount of money to produce themselves. This theory states that the value of a good is determined by the amount of labor devoted to produce the goods. Thank you and sekian. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.